Okay. So, this is another video from my good friend John C. Fremont, otherwise known as Cole. And will Donald Trump be president? I'm interested to hear this. Alright, let's just get right into it. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Alright, so hello everybody. This is going to be looking at past polls from the same time. So these are all going to be polls, or averaged polling, from the 2008 and the 2012 Republican primaries.
That
and
Huckabee life.
It's all taken place from November 18th, 2007 and 2011 to November 30th. So right now we have the 2008 pollings, and on the left we have the Iowa caucus, and then on the right we have the New Hampshire primary. So looking at Iowa first, who is the front runner? Mitt Romney by a large margin. He has 27.8%. Does that sound familiar? 27.8%. Just like Donald Trump, just like Ben Carson. Now, then we have Huckabee, who has 20.3%. He has major gains. And the reason why that is because he got, I always talk about him, he got Robert Vander Plaat's endorsement in the very beginning, and he was a key player in his campaign. But Ben Carson does not have that. Donald Trump does not have that. And so if you look at everyone else, not a whole lot of significance. Giuliani was really high in this in Iowa as well, and he is not made for Iowa at all. So remember, we're still in a time where things are not going to be very accurate. That's the whole point of this video. I just wanted to show everybody that, because I keep hearing, like, I watch Morning Joe a lot, and Mika on there is like, oh my god, he's so inevitable. But look at the polling from years ago. Romney did not win Iowa. And then if you look at New Hampshire, definitely Mitt Romney had 33% to McCain's 16.2. Does that sound familiar? Look at Donald Trump now compared to Marco Rubio. I'm telling you guys, everything is going to change, especially, remember, in 2008 and in 2012, the caucuses and the primaries took place in January. This time they're taking place in February. There is a whole additional month to iron everything out. A whole additional month to make sure that people drop out. So, again, this is another example of not everything will be the same. Everything is totally going to change in the next few months. Give it time. Donald Trump and Ben Carson are nowhere near inevitable. So, now let me show you guys the 2012. This is Iowa. Here on the left is Iowa from 2012. The very top is Gingrich, then Kane, Romney, Ron Paul, Rick Perry, Michelle Bachmann, and then with 3.8%, guess who that is? That is Rick Santorum. Think about it. Somebody with 3.8% won Iowa in 2012. I'm saying that to stress you guys that don't count. This is why I was saying don't count Bobby Jindal out. I said this in a previous video. It's because Rand Paul, Jindal could have, Kasich, Christie, Fiorina, all of these people can still win Iowa. Huckabee, even Santorum, I would say, still
Big boy
has
Bobby?
a shot.
Even though he dropped
I'm
out?
telling you guys, look out for the winner of Iowa. Now, if you look at everybody else too, because having three people almost at 20% and one at 20%, very similar to what's going on today, except that obviously Trump and Carson are pretty close. They're about 24%, 23%. You don't really have that third place winner, but you do have another Ron Paul, 12.5 with a Cruz. Giuliani is kind of like right now he would be doing better than Rubio basically. So yeah, I would say look out for Cruz on that one. But then looking at New Hampshire, now New Hampshire was won by Mitt Romney, and Romney had look at this, 36.7%. He led New Hampshire the whole time. Like, I don't think there was ever a poll where he was not winning it significantly. And for those of you saying that, oh, you know what? Well, maybe that's the same as Donald Trump. No, Donald Trump does not have a 37.5 or a 36.7 lead. He just doesn't. He's at about 25% if I'm correct. So no, he is not at. He is 10 points lower.
There was some crazy
than
poll
Romney in New
recently.
Hampshire. So, and that's with a more crowded field as well. So really, Donald Trump and Ben Carson are not nearly as inevitable as what some of you might think. A lot of the pundits are trying to remember. Everybody, the media pundits, their job is to make a story. Their job is not to tell you the straight facts. That's why Fox News is opinionated. That's why MSNBC is even more opinionated. They're in a capitalist news media economy, whatever, field, business, whatever. Their job is to get views, to get clicks, to get interesting stories, to get headlines, not to tell you
I
the
saw
full truth, the full side of things. It's just not.
A Fox News clip on the Syrian refugees doesn't get more opinionated than that.
This is the real story, guys. Trump, Carson, don't expect them to win. I do think Carson could win Iowa. I don't think it's extremely likely. I think he's very similar to Pat Robertson from 1988. And I think he will begin dropping down. So with that being said, if you like the video, I'd appreciate that. If you want to subscribe to see more videos, that would be awesome. And also, I have a not a second channel per se, but I am collaborating with a friend of mine. If you want to hit the subscribe button, or not a subscribe button, if you want to hit the link in the description, it will be there. Click it, it will take you to that channel. It's called The Rough Riders. It's basically just a discussion or reactionary channel. We might spread it out to different things. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. So that's also for broader stuff too, and just YouTube videos and like reacting to YouTube videos and stuff like that. So anyways, see you guys later and have a phenomenal day.
All right. So yeah, I agree. I agree that Donald Trump, Ben Carson are nowhere near inevitable. I feel like really a lot of Republicans are panicking at the fact. There's like some crazy poll recently about like 42% of Republicans will vote for Donald Trump. I feel it, but like your typical Republican voter does not want Donald Trump as the nominee. I feel like, in my opinion, if you have Donald Trump as a nominee, you don't have a great chance at winning the general election. Not as great a chance as someone like Marco Rubio, Ted Cruz. Like, because, and also, with the fact that he's so divisive, someone like Donald Trump, Ben Carson even, that you'll definitely see a lot of Republicans not vote Republican, I feel, that with that election cycle. And I don't know, I think Donald Trump versus Hillary, I think Hillary wins personally. I think enough people are just against a lot of... First of all, you have all the Democratic voters in general. Then you have all the Republicans who are against Trump to begin with. They might be swayed over, or at least not vote for Donald Trump. Maybe not vote for Hillary, but they won't vote for Donald Trump. I definitely see the scene setting up for someone like Rubio to come out towards the end. And we got to keep in mind that most people don't start paying even attention to politics, like these kind of politics in general, until August is when a lot of the second wave of people come in. So there's so many people who aren't even paying attention that much. So Donald Trump's getting all the media exposure, so is Ben Carson. Though a lot of it is negative, it's still exposure nonetheless, so that has certainly an impact on it. It'll be very interesting to see how the polls change over time, though, because they have such decisive advantages over the other candidates right now. It's like that's why it seems inevitable just looking at it on the surface. So yeah, cool stuff. Go subscribe to the Rough Riders, yeah. follow me on Twitter.